When you imagine Japan with its Zen gardens, Buddhist temples, and Shinto shrines, you are actually picturing Kyoto. Having visited Kyoto 3 times, this is my favorite city in Japan, and I hope to show you why you should visit Kyoto at least once in your life. News of over-tourism might deter you from visiting, but as shown in this video, you can avoid most of it by starting your day slightly early and going to the most popular locations first. The plan for each of the 3 days are designed to focus on locations close to each other. You can freely switch which day to start first. For day 1, I recommend covering northwest and downtown Kyoto as shown in this map. Start the day at Arashiyama Bamboo Grove to avoid the crowds as this is one of the most popular locations. Take the metro to JR Saga Arashiyama station and walk about 15 minutes north by following the Google Map directions. After 9 AM, the narrow path at the Bamboo Grove have a hard time to cater for the heavy crowds. So I recommend reach here before 8 AM. The Bamboo Grove is not large, just around 400 meters long path, but there is just something magical being surrounded by soaring stalks of bamboo. At one end of the path, drop by the Nonomiya Shrine. This used to be where unmarried princesses undergo a year of purification ritual before serving as priestess. Now it is a popular spot for blessings on love and fertility. Located just 10 minutes from the Bamboo Grove is Tenryu-ji Temple. There is a side entrance to the temple next to the Bamboo Grove, but shown here is the main entrance. It is the most important temple in Arashiyama district and the top Zen temple in whole of Kyoto. It was built in 1339, but all the buildings have been repeatedly lost to fires. All the current buildings date to more recent late 1800s. Unlike the buildings, the large garden, which is the highlight of the temple, survived in its original form. The beautiful landscape garden features a central pond surrounded by rocks, pine trees, and forested Arashiyama mountains. Do hike up the path from the garden to get a panoramic view of the temple grounds. You have the option to just visit the garden or both the garden and the buildings. For early lunch, I would recommend Kijuro near the temple, which serves Wagyu meals. Be here before its opening at 11 AM as it will have a queue. After lunch, walk past the shops along the road towards the Katsura River. Check out the souvenir shops and try some of the snacks on sale here. Most of the restaurants would have a long queue by now, and hence my suggestion to have it early to avoid wasting time. Shukyo is the 155 meters bridge built across the Katsura River. The river separates the Sagano area in the north and Arashiyama to the south, though the entire district is often referred as Arashiyama. Cross the bridge and walk another 5 minutes to reach the foot of the trail heading towards the Iwatayama Monkey Park, where about 120 wild monkeys resides. The ticketing booth is at the foot of the hill and takes another 20 minutes steep hike to where the monkeys hang out. At the park, there is a large wooden hut in the middle. The location also offers a beautiful view over the whole Arashiyama district. In the hut, you can buy peanuts and safely feed the monkeys from inside. Visitors are not allowed to offer food to the monkeys while outside of this hut or get too close to as these are wild monkeys. There are several park attendants here to manage compliance. Once done, cross back the river again and go to the area named Kimono Forest. This is where the Arashiyama station of Keifuku Arashiyama line is located. Take the metro from here to Kitano Hakubaicho station. Then take a 10 minutes bus ride on number 204 or 205 bus to Kinkakuji Michi bus stop. Ginkakuji Temple is about 10 minutes walk. Kinkakuji Temple or the Golden Pavilion is another iconic site of Kyoto. Named as such as the top 2 floors are completely covered in gold leaf. Originally the retirement villa of a shogun, it became a Zen temple after his death. Visitors can only view it from afar, so you will not see huge crowds of people surrounding the building itself. The building has been burned down multiple times, with the most recent occurrence in 1950 by a fanatic monk. The current structure was rebuilt in 1955. After the visit, catch the bus from Kinkakuji Michi bus stop to Tokufuji Station, where you can catch the metro back to Kyoto Station. Next location is Nishiki Market. It is a historic, narrow, 5-block long shopping street lined by many shops and restaurants. Known as Kyoto's Kitchen and been around for 400 years, initially it is a shopping street catering to locals. However, due to its popularity with tourists, now most of the shops sells food, snacks and souvenirs. It still is a lively place to visit even though the food might not be the best in the city, and also is definitely more expensive than other areas. What you get is the convenience of huge variety within a small area. A lot of the food you see here in front of the counters are fake, but they do look real enough to eat. Other than the seafood, wagyu, oden and tempura shops, do check out the 100 yen sake shop as well as the matcha desserts place. You can get here by taking metro to Kyoto Kawara Machi Station and walk a further 5 minutes. Take note that the market closes at 6 PM and some shops close on Wednesday or Sunday. Last location to visit is Kyoto Tower. It is located just beside Kyoto Station. At 131 meters tall, the tower is Kyoto's tallest structure and is a rare modern landmark in the city famous for its temples and shrines. At the viewing platform, you get a 360-degree view of the city. Unlike Tokyo or Osaka, Kyoto City doesn't offer a crazy metropolis view, so do keep expectations in check. The ground floor contains a few souvenir shops and restaurants. One highlight is the underground food court that offers a variety of food stalls. Of note is the next stop Wagyu burger store that I would recommend to try. This concludes day 1. For day 2, I recommend covering southern Arashiyama as shown in this map, and it is full day walking exploration. Make an early stop to view Hokanji Temple without entering. Also popularly known as Yasaka Pagoda, this is the most visible and recognizable landmark in the district. The pagoda is 5-story high at 46 meters. Often there is a crowd here, so come here by 8 AM. You can get here from Kyoto Station by taking bus 86, 106 or 206 to Kiyomizu Michi bus stop and walk another 10 minutes. Refer to the information board at Kyoto Station and look for buses that goes to Kiyomizu Dera Temple. After that, walk 15 minutes along Ninenzaka and Sannenzaka towards Kiyomizu Dera Temple. The paths are lined with beautifully restored traditional shophouses and provides amazing photo spots, especially the area around the stairs. You should take all the photos here now before the shops open, and by 10 AM it will be filled with tourists. We will return to this area again after visiting Kiyomizu Dera Temple to check out the shops, restaurants and tea houses and have lunch. Kiyomizu Dera is one of the most famous temples in Japan, and you should get here by 9 AM. Founded in 780 AD near the Otowa waterfall in the wooded hill areas east of Kyoto. It is well known for the wooden temple stage 13 meters above the hillside, supported by massive pillars and built without the use of nails. The stage offers amazing views of maple and cherry trees below and city of Kyoto in the distance. Other structures on the large temple grounds include smaller halls and pagodas. The Ottawa waterfall is located at the base of the main hall. Its waters are split into 3 streams and individually offers longevity, success in school, and love luck. If you are here during autumn, you might consider coming here after 6 p.m. to see the light illumination, but beware that the crowd is at least 3 times more than during daylight. Here are some of the night views and it might be worth to brave the crowds. A quick reminder to help like and subscribe to my channel for the next Japan videos. After that, walk back to Ninenzaka and Sannenzaka area to explore the shops. By now it will be fairly crowded, but hopefully you will have taken all the photos earlier. All the shops are open and you will find lively atmosphere with lots of people everywhere. Visit the souvenir shops and try some of the snacks and soft serve ice cream shops. There are also numerous cafes and restaurants in the area. The Itokuemon shop is a famous matcha shop from Uji where you can get matcha tea and matcha parfait, especially if you are not going to Uji town, which I will share in future videos. I had my lunch here as well, but they have very limited menu. Just beside the previous Hokanji Temple is the tiny and quirky Yasaka Koshindo Temple. The temple is 1,000 years old, but it is now more well known today for its colorful aesthetics. Although considered a Buddhist temple, it is dedicated to Shomen Kongo, a protective warrior from Taoism. The bright cute balls you see are actually little monkey talismans. Their hands and feet are bound to symbolize self-control over playfulness and desire. Next head towards Kodaiji Temple by walking northeast about 10 minutes further beyond the Ninenzaka path. It was built in 1606 in memory of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Japan's greatest historical figures, and his wife Nene. They are both enshrined here after their death. It features beautiful gardens, a pond, man-made hills, and a small bamboo grove. The bamboo grove is much smaller than what you have seen at Arashiyama, but it also comes with less crowds. If you are here in autumn, do check out the night illumination that starts after 5 p.m. Similar to Kiyomizu Dera, it is more crowded during night illumination than during daylight, though not as busy as Kiyomizu Dera. This is an often overlooked temple by foreign visitors and I think it is worth the visit. Walking another 10 minutes northeast, you will reach Yasaka Jinja Shrine, or popularly known as Gion Shrine, built over 1,350 years ago. This is located at the eastern end of Gion, Kyoto's most well-known entertainment and dining district. While there, check out the tower gates, main hall and dance hall adorned with many lanterns. Compared to the other famous temples and shrines in Kyoto, it is not as impressive looking. It is more famous for the Gion Matsuri or summer festival in July. However, you will most likely to be in the vicinity due to visiting Kiyomizu Dera or Gion District, so no harm dropping by. The stage is lighted up beautifully at night and there are stalls selling snacks and souvenirs throughout the day. Just crossing the street to Shijo Street and it will bring you to Gion District. It is Kyoto's most famous geisha district, filled with shops, restaurants, and tea houses in restored traditional shops. The restaurants in this area are more exclusive and expensive compared to the other areas, as it is Kyoto's top entertainment district. Due to complaints of tourists behaving badly and taking pictures of geiko without permissions, certain streets are now banned for photography, so it is not likely you will get a picture of a real geiko. A scenic part to look for is the Shirakawa area, which runs along the Shirakawa Canal. This runs parallel to Shijo Street and is lined by willow trees, high-end restaurants and tea houses. Slowly head west in the direction towards Kamo River as you explore. At the river, you will find people relaxing by both sides of the river bank. It also has a cycling path that runs along it. A good place to take a break and get away from the crowds. Once you cross the bridge, you have reached Pontocho Alley. It is a narrow alley running beside Kamo River. This place is packed with small izakaya and restaurants offering a variety of dining options. Most of the places only opens after 5 p.m. and it can get crowded at night, so don't be here too late. I had my dinner elsewhere near Gion Shrine instead, as I wanted to check for the night views of the shrine. And this concludes the second day in Kyoto. For day 3, I am covering northern Higashiyama and southeast Kyoto as shown in this map. Start the day early by visiting Fushimi Inari Shrine before 8 a.m. You can get here by taking JR Nara Line to JR Inari Station. The view of the thousands of torii gates is an iconic view of Kyoto, and by 9 a.m. there will be tons of tourists. The shrine is the most important of several thousands of shrines dedicated to Inari, the god of rice. Foxes are thought to be Inari messengers, and you will see many fox statues across the shrine grounds. Just a bit after the start of the torii gates, you will reach a split. The regular path is going to the right, but it is easier to get pictures with less crowds if you follow the left. The trail leads into the wooded forest of Mount Inari, which stands at 233 meters. If you came here late, you can find much lesser crowds just 30 minutes into the trail, as most tourists do not make the 3 hours hike to the top and back. Next stop is Tokufuji Temple. It is just one stop away from JR Inari Station to get to JR Tokufuji Station. Then it is additional 10 minutes walk to the temple. Tokufuji is a large Zen temple founded in 1236. Here you can find the 22-meter tall Sanmon Gate, which is the oldest Zen gate of its kind, dating back to 1425. Behind the gate is the main hall. These areas are free to view. However, most visitors are here for the famous gardens, which offers some of the best views of autumn colors. The entrance fee covers the garden and the priest's former living quarters. The gardens are truly a sight to behold in autumn, and you can expect heavy crowds. But it is well worth the visit. The most famous view is from the Suzenkyo Bridge, a raised-covered walkway that spans a small valley filled with maple trees. On the way back to the JR Tokufuji Station, do consider trying this small burger restaurant, Dragon Burger. They have branches near Fushimi Inari Shrine and Nanzenji Temple as well. For the next destination, Ginkakuji Temple, take the metro back to Kyoto Station and then take bus 5 or 7 to Ginkakuji Michi bus stop and walk another 5 minutes. The ride takes about 40 minutes. Kinkakuji or Silver Pavilion is a Zen temple built in 1482. Modeled after the Kinkakuji or Golden Pavilion, Ginkakuji was built by the grandson of the shogun that built Golden Pavilion. Contrary to its name, it is not coated with silver. Here you can see a unique dry sand garden with a massive sand cone named Moon Viewing Platform. And further along the path is a moss garden which features ponds with islands and bridges. There is also a route that brings you to climb the hill behind the buildings, from where you can view the entire temple grounds and the city beyond. After the visit to Ginkakuji Temple, follow the Philosopher's Path shown here to Eikando Temple. It is lined with cherry trees and is one of the top spots for cherry blossom viewing. The 20 minutes 2 km path will bring you to Eikando Temple and Nanzenji Temple. Eikando is a temple famous for foliage in the autumn. It also has night illumination during autumn, but I did not manage to visit it in the evening. The temple compound is very huge with multiple buildings, different gardens and a pond. Eikando main buildings are built at the base of the hillside and are connected by beautiful wooden corridors. Just follow the direction posted and the route will bring you to all the buildings. Eikando's most recognizable building is its pagoda, which is reachable after walking up some flight of stairs. From there you can view the rest of the temple grounds and the city of Kyoto. Another highlight is the Hojo Pond, which is surrounded by a scenic garden. In the middle of the pond is a small shrine linked by a bridge. Next location, Nanzenji Temple, is just 5 minutes walk from Eikando. Nanzenji large outdoor central temple grounds are free to visit, but there are fees for the temple buildings. The first building you will notice is the massive Sanmon entrance gate built in 1628. Past the gate is the main hall called Hojo, which was the former head priest's residence. As you enter the Hojo, you will first see a small tea room to the right with a view of a miniature waterfall. The other areas feature simple but beautiful rock gardens that Nanzenji is famous for. The autumn foliage is also very pretty here. Just outside the Hojo, you will see an unusual brick bridge. It is actually a large brick aqueduct built in 1881 as part of the canal system to carry water and goods between Kyoto and Lake Biwa in neighboring Shiga Prefecture. This is a popular place to take photos. From here you can walk 10 minutes to get to Metro Keiga Station and get back to Kyoto Station. While in Kyoto, I would recommend to stay somewhere close to Kyoto Station as it is the main transportation hub for trains and buses. The station has extensive dining options, such as Porta Dining Area near the north, Isetan Eat Paradise, ST Road in the south, making it very convenient to get dinner. In Isetan, you can also find many counters selling mind-blowing variety of food, snacks and souvenirs. A good place to get some unique gifts to bring home. If you didn't go Uji Town to try matcha desserts here, there is a branch of Nakamura Tokichi on the 3rd floor of Isetan. The underground area also has many shops selling clothes, accessories, cosmetics, stationery, souvenir and books. A place I would recommend that most visitors may miss while being at the station is the Ramen Street, located at the 10th floor. You have to take a long series of escalators up and therefore easy to miss. There are 8 ramen shops here that sell different regional varieties of ramen. On the 11th floor Sky Garden, there are several restaurants that are a bit more upscale. I recommend to try Katsukura, a tonkatsu restaurant that serves juicy and tender pork cutlets. You get to grind the sesame and mix with the sauce to serve as dip. There is usually a queue here. If you have more time in Kyoto, I would recommend below activities. A day trip to Nara as the top choice, and I definitely recommend staying at least 2 days in Osaka. Then a day trip to Uji if you are a matcha lover. You can also do day trips to Himeji or Kobe, but this will be closer to Osaka and best done as day trips from there. I will have subsequent videos covering all these places. Other places in Kyoto that you may want to visit are Nijo Castle, Kyoto Imperial Palace, Fuji Temple and Maruyama Park. In terms of essential apps, you will need Google Map for navigation and Google Translate. For transportation, just get the Iikoka transportation card at any of the metro ticketing machines. Suica and Pasmo cards can be used as well. These can be used for metro buses and even convenience stores. Lastly, I list out the cost of the activities for reference. Do pause if you'd like to have a look. Hope this information helps for your trip to Kyoto. A quick reminder to help like and subscribe to my channel for the next Japan video.